This is the problem with being too opinionated. See, one thing about being too opinionated is that when life really happens to you, when you hit those rough patches, you suddenly expect people to mind their business, give you grace, and act like nothing happened. But no, honey, it doesn't work that way. The same energy you put out is what comes back. People will remind you loudly of all the times you shared your unfiltered thoughts about others, and whether you like it or not, you're about to be served a nice hot plate of your own medicine. Let's get this straight. There is absolutely nothing wrong with having opinions. In fact, having a strong perspective is important, but it becomes a problem when those opinions lack moderation, when they lack humility and context. If every high point in your life turns into a soapbox moment where you try to school everyone else on how to live, you're walking a very thin line between confidence and condescension. You get a promotion, suddenly everyone who hasn't leveled up is lazy. You lose weight, and now you are an unsolicited fitness guru. You find love, and suddenly you're the relationship expert, even though people didn't ask. Life is not black and white. What worked for you might not work for someone else, and pushing your personal wins as universal truths just makes you look tone deaf. And let's talk about unsolicited advice, because that's where it gets real. Sometimes your words of wisdom aren't empowering, they are insensitive. You don't know everyone's backstory. You don't know what they are silently battling. So when you start throwing advice around without reading the room, you're not helping, you're hurting. Being opinionated without empathy is just noise. You want to make an impact? Learn to listen. Learn to ask. Learn to pause. Every moment doesn't need your hot take. Sometimes silence is more respectful than speech. So the next time you feel the urge to offer advice, set a standard, or judge someone else's journey, check yourself. Ask, is this helpful? Is this kind? Is this necessary? Because life has a funny way of humbling all of us eventually. And when your turn comes, don't be surprised when people start quoting you back to you. At the end of the day, being opinionated isn't the villain here. It's the lack of self-awareness that turns it into a problem. You can be real, you can be bold, but if you're not being thoughtful, then what you're really doing is projecting, not helping. Growth isn't just about having a voice. It's about knowing when and how to use it. It's about recognizing that your experiences are valid, but so are other people's. That your way isn't the way. And most importantly, it's about learning that empathy isn't weakness, it's maturity. So before you jump online with another hot take or turn someone's vulnerable moment into a teachable one, pause, ask yourself, am I adding value or just trying to be heard? Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is just listen, support, and keep it pushing. Life comes at all of us fast. One day, you're the one dishing out the commentary, and the next, you're the trending topic. So stay humble, stay grounded, and most of all, stay teachable. Because in this life, nobody's above needing a little grace. I hope you enjoyed watching my video until the end, and most importantly, I hope you learned something. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.